Area 51 is a secret military base that doesn't appear on any map and remained an absolute mystery until recently. A remote division of Edwards Air Force Base, it is located in the United States, in southern Nevada, 133 kilometers northwest of Las Vegas, on the southern shore of the dry salt lake Groom Lake. The airspace around it is restricted, and rumors suggest that experimental aircraft and weapons systems are tested there. Is this true? The secrecy of the base, whose existence the U.S. government reluctantly acknowledged, has made it the subject of numerous conspiracy theories, especially about unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Area 51 is often used in popular culture as a symbol of mystery hidden by the U.S. military and government. Air travel over Area 51 is prohibited. Some information about Area 51 was declassified in the summer of 2013. A historian managed to achieve the publication of a report on the famous secret military base, where, according to conspiracy theories, the American authorities hid aliens. In reality, Area 51 was used to test a number of aircraft, including the U-2 spy plane. Area 51 is not an ordinary airbase. It is a site for developing and testing new types of aircraft. After their designs are approved by the U.S. Air Force or other agencies, such as the CIA, they are deployed to regular military bases. Soviet spy satellites photographed Area 51, and civilian satellites have prepared detailed images of the base and its surroundings. However, these images don't reveal significant information about the site. Only unremarkable buildings, hangars, and dry lakes are visible. According to unofficial data, most of the operational parts of the base are located underground. Specialists from Nellis Air Force Base, speaking anonymously, have said that radar screens have repeatedly picked up objects flying at incredible speeds over Area 51, which suddenly, as if on command, stop and hover midair. The same was observed by Mark Barnes, an operator of a powerful radar system in Las Vegas. Here are some typical statements from people who worked in Nevada. We have things there that are literally not of this world. One passenger on an American Airlines flight from San Jose to Houston captured mysterious lights and a giant disc on the ground in the Area 51 region in southern Nevada, according to the British newspaper Daily Express. The witness took a series of photos, which were published by the media. The man reported that it all happened on October 30th, 2015. During the flight, I suddenly noticed a dazzling bright light in the desert. A large silver disc caught my attention, with several glowing orbs visible above it. I grabbed my phone and started taking pictures. At first, I thought it was a satellite, but then I doubted it, said the eyewitness. According to him, other passengers likely saw nothing. Pilots and aviators he spoke to said they had never encountered anything like it in their practice. In the absence of official explanations, rumors begin to spread. It's understandable that some information needs to remain classified to prevent public panic due to fear and speculation, but honesty is always the best policy. When we imagine aliens, we likely think of beings with large heads, giant black eyes, and thin bodies, right? This typical image of an alien was created by none other than Bob Lazar. In 1991, Lazar began his report with the following. From late 1988 to the spring of 1989, I worked on propulsion systems for extraterrestrial spacecraft. This project was carried out for the U.S. government. My workplace was a department located at Nellis Air Force Base in central Nevada, in a region known by the codename S4. Region S4 is located about 15 miles south of the infamous Area 51 at Groom Lake, where U-2 and State Route 71 spy planes were developed. My work here was funded by the U.S. Air Force. Lazar, a physicist, made the following claims about aliens. The beings are 3 to 4 feet tall, weighing 25 to 50 pounds. They have grayish skin and large heads with almond-shaped eyes, long and thin noses, mouths, and ears. They lack hair. The beings claim they have been periodically visiting Earth for a long time, providing photographs as proof. Photos, they said, were over 10,000 years old. However, it was later revealed that Lazar's memory was reportedly unreliable and muddled. He claimed the government erased his memory, and he admitted he couldn't fully prove everything he had shared. Nevertheless, he brought significant attention to Area 51, pushing it further into the spotlight. Some politicians demand to know what is happening in Area 51 today. However, it appears that the U.S. military has no intention of holding an open house. Employees are strictly prohibited from discussing even the location of their workplace. Glenn Campbell, director of the Private Research Center Area 51, reported that 6 unmarked planes transport about 600 employees weekly from Las Vegas Airport to Area 51 using a secret radio frequency. According to him, hundreds of workers and specialists of various professions are employed at the site. Former Area 51 engineer Boyd Bushman became famous for his deathbed confession about his time on the military base. In a 33-minute video recorded shortly before his death on August 7, 2014, Bushman spoke about aliens who allegedly arrived on Earth long ago and established contact with humanity. He also claimed to have personally worked with them at Area 51. In his rather unusual interview, the scientist stated that anti-gravity was one of several functioning technologies that the government is currently concealing. The video, which caused quite a stir, was reportedly made shortly before the 78-year-old Bushman passed away, but was released only recently. Bushman claimed that some Americans work with aliens 24 hours a day. According to him, the aliens came from a planet located 68 light-years away from Earth. These beings allegedly need only 45 minutes to cover such a vast distance. Boyd also asserted the existence of a specific flight trajectory to Area 51 from space. The video was immediately met with criticism and ridicule. Several individuals pointed out that the alien photos Bushman presented strongly resembled alien dolls sold in stores. Was Bushman delusional, or was he telling the truth? Without a doubt, Bushman himself believed what he said. In 2008, he even underwent a polygraph test during which he claimed to have worked on anti-gravity projects, extraterrestrial technologies, and to have met and photographed aliens. He stated that he studied at least 8 different types of alien spacecraft. Bushman's video has been labeled the ramblings of an elderly man losing his grip on reality. But what could have prompted a scientist of his stature to start fabricating such tales on his deathbed? Paul Hellyer, former Canadian Minister of Defense, made sensational claims stating 2 aliens are working with the U.S. government. These statements were made at the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure in Washington, D.C., and a video of his speech has become popular on YouTube. Hellyer's message essentially boils down to this: aliens exist, the military knows about them, and there are living aliens residing on Earth today. At least 2 of them, he claims, are employed by the U.S. government. Hellyer said, "My interest lies in full disclosure. The only caveat is that perhaps disclosure should be around 95 to 98%. I know of 1 or 2 things that probably shouldn't be discussed openly, at least, not yet." Unfortunately, the sources from which Hellyer draws his confidence about aliens are vague and often outright fabricated. UFOs undoubtedly exist, but it's unlikely the situation is as far-reaching as Hellyer believes. Nonetheless, there's likely a kernel of truth in his claims. The evidence gathered to date about the mysterious Area 51 allows us to form a general understanding of the highly classified work conducted there. There are numerous allegations that the CIA is experimenting with alien DNA on humans and possibly working on creating human-alien hybrids. Initially, in 1955, the aerospace company Lockheed chose Area 51 to test its top-secret creation, the legendary U-2 spy plane. In early 1977, 10 years before it was officially unveiled, the F-117A stealth fighter was first flown there. In 2004, scientist Dan Burish claimed that he worked on cloning alien viruses at Area 51, as well as on a device called J-Rod, intended to teach humans how to use telepathic communication. Burish's claims have been the subject of much debate. Long before the cult TV series The X-Files, the 1980 science fiction thriller Hangar 18 hit American theaters. The movie told the story of an alien spaceship crash that the government supposedly hid in an underground bunker under Hangar 18 at the secret Area 51 base. There are other variations of the Hangar 18 myth. One suggests that the hangar contains the actual remains of the alien spacecraft that crashed in Roswell in 1947. Another asserts that it houses a secret film studio where Stanley Kubrick allegedly staged the famous Apollo moon landing, which, according to this theory, never actually happened. The most dramatic version claims that alien survivors of crashes on Earth are imprisoned in Hangar 18 at Area 51. The Roswell incident refers to the alleged crash of an unidentified flying object near the town of Roswell, New Mexico, in July 1947. The wreckage was discovered by local farmers. Since the late 1970s, this incident has been the subject of intense debates and conspiracy theories, primarily due to the unresolved nature of the discovered object. According to the official position of the U.S. Air Force, the object was a weather balloon used as part of the secret project. According to various sources, a popular theory suggests that the object was an extraterrestrial spacecraft, and its pilot was an alien whom the U.S. government captured and classified. This event has become one of the most well-known elements of American pop culture, and as a result, the name of Roswell is often associated with UFOs. The incident was quickly forgotten, even by ufologists, and remained obscure for 30 years. Then, in 1978, physicist and ufologist Stanton T. Friedman interviewed Major Jesse Marcel, who had been involved in the investigation of the 1947 events. Marcel was convinced that the military had hidden a recovered alien spacecraft. His story gained significant attention among UFO enthusiasts and researchers, and was included in several documentaries dedicated to the topic. According to other witnesses, the incident was part of a large-scale military operation aimed at replicating an alien spacecraft. Some witnesses also claim to have been intimidated by U.S. government agencies. Recently, a former security guard at Area 51 claimed that toxic fumes at the site had caused him respiratory problems over many years. He stated that he now requires a device to forcibly deliver air to his lungs in case he stops breathing during sleep. He hopes that his long battle will help other Area 51 employees seek compensation for their health issues. What toxic substances could be involved? Which ones could lead to such health problems? According to the former employee, these were materials used for coating vehicles. Why not assist former workers with their health insurance claims? If Area 51 is so secretive, they could also extend their shield to protect their own employees. NASA not involved in 2016, Charles Bolden, the head of the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, stated that the famous Area 51 is used solely for the purpose of studying foreign lands. Bolden denied reports that extraterrestrial beings are being studied there. He emphasized that the only task being carried out at the legendary site is the examination of foreign soil samples. Bolden added that while there are many foreign visitors, they can hardly be called extraterrestrials. The NASA administrator noted that he had personally visited Area 51. He linked rumors of aliens to the extensive aeronautical experiments conducted there. Bolden said he did not see UFOs or aliens during his visits. The NASA head also shared his thoughts on the possibility of extraterrestrial life. He believes alien beings will eventually be discovered by humanity. Bolden suggested that if such a discovery isn't made within the solar system, it could happen in one of the billions of other similar systems. A new facility in Dulce, New Mexico? Many claim that a new facility has been built in Dulce, New Mexico. It is considered one of the most restricted and secluded places on Earth, even more so than Area 51. After all, if Area 51 failed to remain in the shadows, perhaps it made sense to construct a new site. Invisibility technology reports from the Middle East frequently allege that U.S. military forces are testing and using technology akin to a mythical invisibility cloak. A soldier is visible one moment and disappears the next, with no modern detection devices able to locate them. But where could the U.S. have acquired such technology? According to leaked online reports, Its development is tied to a project called Quantum Stealth, one of the most ambitious attempts to replicate alien technologies ever undertaken at Area 51. The goal of the scientists is to recreate the electro-optical camouflage used by aliens for their own purposes.